August 1st is going to come, and we will have most of our deals finished, if not all. We haven't really had a lot of luck with Canada. I think Canada could be one where they'll just pay tariffs, not really a negotiation. We're working very diligently with Europe, the EU, which covers a lot of a lot of territory, a lot of countries. We haven't really, we don't have a deal with Canada. We haven't been focused on it. That's not a threat. That's official U.S. policy from the man currently sitting in the Oval Office. And right now, Canada may be on the chopping block. So the question is, what does Prime Minister Mark Carney do now? Walk away, push back, or rewire Canada's economy altogether? It happened fast. One short press huddle, one throwaway line. But behind the smirk was strategy. August 1st, that's the deadline. And U.S. President Donald Trump just confirmed that Canada won't be getting a trade deal. No more negotiations, just tariffs. Possibly 35% tariffs across the board. And unlike the chaos of his first term, this time the message is policy, not performance. It's coming straight from the White House. Canada exports over $450 billion worth of goods to the U.S. every year. What happens when that pipeline suddenly gets taxed at 35%? For a country as integrated as ours, that's not just pressure. That's economic warfare. Mark Carney isn't a politician by birth. He's a planner, a strategist, a global economist turned national leader. And right now he's staring down a board where one move could fracture Canada's economy or forge its independence. So what are his options? Option 1, hold the line. Carney could rally U.S. state governors, industry lobbies, and trade partners to press back on Washington. He could lean on the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, which still protects entire sectors from unilateral punishment. Option 2, hit back. He could go tit for tat. Tariffs on American goods, steel, grain, tech, vehicles. But the risk? A titanic spiral that inflames prices for Canadians back home. Option 3, leave the table altogether. If the U.S. doesn't want a deal, maybe Canada doesn't need to wait around. Europe, Asia, Africa, the global south. Behind the scenes, Carney's already making moves. In Brussels, teams are exploring an expansion of the Canada-EU trade framework. In Tokyo and New Delhi, new envoys are pitching clean tech, AI research, rare earth exports, and perhaps most notably in Beijing, quiet talks have resumed on agricultural and energy cooperation. It's not about replacing the U.S. overnight. It's about building leverage. Because every new deal outside the U.S. makes Trump's threats a little less terrifying and Canada's options a little more real. But Carney's most powerful move might not be overseas. It's at home. The One Canadian Economy Act, passed just last month, is designed to tear down internal trade barriers between provinces, to build big projects faster, to connect jobs, workers, and industries across the entire country. If U.S. access closes, Carney's plan is to make Canada less dependent on the South and more connected internally. Ports in the Arctic, highways across the prairies, clean tech corridors from Ontario to Nova Scotia, and Indigenous ownership at the center of it all. He's not just trying to weather the storm, he's trying to make sure that next time, we don't need to ask Washington for an umbrella. Of course, there are risks. Retaliatory tariffs can boomerang. Canadian consumers could face higher prices. Exporters could lose American contracts overnight. And the biggest risk? That the U.S. isn't bluffing. President Trump has already shown he's willing to break trade deals, override WTO rulings, and bulldoze bilateral trusts. But Carney doesn't need to outbluff him. He just needs to outlast him. In the next 72 hours, Carney's government is expected to announce a series of countermeasures. Some will be financial, trade insurance, new loan guarantees for affected sectors. Some will be political, emergency talks with EU and Asia-Pacific partners. And some, this was today's important update. We want to make it absolutely clear that our videos never include any kind of misinformation. Canadian Nexus is dedicated to bringing you verified and trustworthy news from across Canada, from politics to society and everything in between. If you value truth and facts, you're in the right place. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Canadian Nexus channel. Thank you.